Hello friends. Okay, so I feel like I usually don't film this early, but I realized my apartment was quiet for once. So I said let me film before my landlord starts playing his TV shows excessively loud. While I have the silence, I thought I would show you my journal setup and my book stack, my book collection, because I'm really jazzed about how it has come out and how I think I have found the absolute perfect journaling slash planning system for me. And I'm just so jazzed. And I've been so excited. I said I've been using it just like this for a while. These are the books that I carry with me all of the time. And yeah, so and then at the end, after I finish showing you the books, I guess we'll do a little bit of a journal with me situation. So you can stick around for that if you'd like. So first thing I want to show you is that I did get some new stickers since the last time I showed you my books. This is my sticker. These are not available because these are just like for my journaling purposes. If you want them to be available, I can make them available. But right now these are just my personal stickers and like this line of like asterisk stars. This is a sticker that I got from one of my friends slash coworkers. I'll link them down below. This is one of my stickers. I had wrapped this one around here because the hot sauce sticker was peeling off, and I had taped it before with my little ant stickers. I don't remember if I've shown you that. But those are peeling off too because of the way that I had it. So I decided maybe a long strip of a sticker would keep it, and so far that's been keeping it stuck. So yeah, and then when you open it, I have the little skull guy on the inside as well. So this is still my main book. This is that A6 book that I got from A6 binder that I got from Amazon a few years ago. It was originally one of those like cash budgeting system journals, but I repurposed them into my daily journal slash planner. And this has been my ride or die for over a year. Love her. And then I've added two new books to my system. This beautiful yellow one that I got for Christmas. Just a bound journal. And then the third one that I have introduced into my system is this little one. We'll start with my main journal and then we'll make it our way through the rest of them. Okay. So I still have, I don't really keep anything in here. Sometimes I just keep bits of like scrap paper. This is like a bread recipe that a coworker gave me. I have my lady sticker given to me by a friend. My pouch of just all of my stickers that I have to use. This is some stuff from work, so we'll skip that. Then we have my little handle quotes. I like to have quotes for my favorite shows, because they're just like little reminders and things that I like to like look at from time to time. I like to keep it in the front because it's one of the first things I see. And of course we have I keep a calendar page because I like being able to very quickly look through things. On the back of my calendar, I keep my big to-dos that carry over every single month. And that's been really helpful for me to keep my house clean and just keep basic tasks that I need to get done to make sure I keep on track of them. And then the rest of it is mostly either my feelings, just some random chatting. I do occasionally do to-do lists. I used to keep like little post-it notes, but I didn't like that they can fall off. So I started doing like little boxed in to-do lists. And I get more creative with them as it goes on. So yeah, this is like things that are going on. And then I have my postmortem stickers, which is anytime that I come back to a day, or write about a day after it's been completed, then I put postmortem, and then I just usually do a little highlights, things that happened that either maybe kept me away from my book, or that just like so the day doesn't feel like it's gone poof. But I also don't feel like I have to catch up that much, so that's what that's there for. I'm really loving that. And then I developed I developed a nice little tarot reading thing, because I really like having different size bits of like ephemera and stuff to put in my book. So I decided to use this as one of the spreads. This is one of my beloved decks, tarot decks, and the one that I feel like I most frequently use for like my monthly readings and stuff. My other deck is a Del Toro deck, and it's very cool. But yeah, so I decided this year that I want to do at least one tarot reading every single month at the beginning of the month, just to get myself back into the practice of reading tarot. And then also because I feel like I'm not a very religious or spiritual person, but I do want some bit of like, I guess a bit of magic back in my life that I haven't had in a long time. So that's what these are for, and well, I just like having them. You see, I've been playing around with my to-do list setup, so sometimes there'll be like different shapes and stuff, because I don't want this to just be written text. Like I want to have fun with it still. This day I had happy birthday Hannibal Lecter, and I like using there's these stencils that I got again a few years ago. Like I was still in college when I picked these up. But they just have all these little shapes and arrows and stuff, so I use them to like decorate when I have some extra time. And it keeps things fun. And of course, this is my very raggedy hole punch guide, because I don't have a 6-hole punch. I punch everything with a singular hole punch, like a mad person. We've caught up to February. You see, I also have this like very basic routine plan. I have to update it because I'm not exactly doing this kind of routine anymore, but I have found it helpful. And if you can see, I like double hole punched on either side. That way I can take it out, come to like the day that I'm at or the page that I'm working at, and flip it and have it on either side. One side is for like a day that I'm just at home, and the other side is for days when I have like errands or like a big thing that I have to do that day, but still want to like get stuff done. So that's what I have. I'm still like I said, I'm still workshopping this because this is like not really what I do. But one day I will have a good routine set up for myself. Yeah, more like goals. This month for February, I decided to do like just a page of all the goals that I would like for the month. I think I'm gonna continue to do this every month for the rest of this year, because it just helps me get all the junk out of my brain. So I'm like constantly thinking about, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Everything's here, and I could look back on it. Another thing that I added is a little bookmark. It's just a piece of paper that I colored in. I might laminate it, but I also just might make like actual bookmarks. But this is what I have in here so far. And then so I kept all the pages that I would need to come back to often, like any kinds of like goals as you see, reference pages and stuff like that. I'm keeping it at the back of my book, because as I said in my previous video about my book, I get kind of overwhelmed when there's too much crowding the front. So like this, I feel like there's at least going to be a little bit of balance, and I'm not going to feel like if I get towards the end of the pages. Everything's not going to be shoved over here. There's still going to be like, does that make any sense? Like, as I add pages, it's not going to be like heavy loaded on the side if I'm writing on here. So yeah, I have my goal page. Some other things I have to get done. I have my like to be read / watch list. So all the shows, books, and movies that I get recommended or that I've just been thinking about wanting to watch, I'll do that. It's February, so I think I'm making good progress on this already. I will continue to add to this as the year goes on. These are just some like things. I'm very broke, so I just have a list of things that I would like to have. So when I eventually do have money, I'm just not spending it frivolously. I have a plan on what to do with it when I get it. And these are like just a list of my comfort media. I try to watch all of them every year, and I like having like a nice list of them, so that way I kind of have like a menu to pick through when I'm having a bad time. The last one I watched was Girl Interrupted, which very good, very good. It always makes me feel less crazy when I feel deranged. And I'm always rewatching Hannibal, and there's nothing on the back here. And then I have my media reviews. I don't really want to get into this because I have a very strange concept of things, and I really do struggle to give things different star ratings because I either love the thing or I absolutely abhor the thing. So many movies will just get a 5-star rating just because I enjoyed them. And then at the end of it, I've been trying to get into moving my body more because I have like chronic low back pain. Sometimes it's sciatic pain, sometimes it's just my muscles hurt. So I've been trying to get into the habit of stretching and moving my body. And I have just like my pinup girl in the back as like just like to protect these back pages, because I know this is like really thin paper, so I don't want to like accidentally ruin it. And so the back are my favorite bugs. And then I just have some more like loose paper back here. So this is the piece that I think truly pulled everything together for me. This little book that I have in the back, see how it fits perfectly in here? Oh, okay. So this is actually, this is a B5 notebook from Muji that I had gotten again a few years ago, because I just love Muji's stationery products. They're so fun. Not fun, but they're just nice. They're nice quality. I find that books in this size are just too large for me. Yeah, it's just too much. And I had thought that, and I wanted one like half the size, but I have found it almost impossible to find a notebook that's B6. So I thought, why not just cut this in half? So I cut it in half. So I have 2 of these now. And then I just use it this way instead of like the way that it came. So, and I found this is like the perfect size that I need for like random notes and stuff like that. So this is for stuff where like that I would usually write on like scrap paper, or like video intros, little bits of scripts, some notes, budgeting, stuff that is not necessarily something that I would want to archive in the way that I really want to keep these to archive. So yeah, this is just like a catch-all notebook for anything else that wouldn't, it's something that's not worth keeping, something that I don't really need to keep track of. So like anything that's like, yeah, like I just said, anything that would be scrap would go in here, but it still like needs to be written down, will go in here. And so far this is already like been like, I don't know how to explain how this is like, this little notebook has fixed everything for me in my life. Anything that could be written down on like a phone notes page, I can put in here instead. I'll probably toss these when I'm done with them because they're not useful in the same way. They're not for memory keeping, not for anything like that. But that's that. Let's get into this last book, the yellow book. So this one Like I said, I got this for Christmas. Yellow is my favorite color, in case anyone was wondering. I love that it's yellow because yellow and purple are such a good color combination. But this one I am using for my art YouTube project planning notebook. And so this I have decided to organize in a slightly different way. Well, a completely different way, honestly. I'm just covering my ideas because my ideas are secret. Not really. I just I want to keep this mostly to myself. So I have an index here, which I don't have in any other notebook. I had wanted to do this originally when I originally set this up, but I just don't. My brain doesn't work that way for the majority of things. But this, I have an index so I can have different pages for different things. This is mostly, more than anything, a big book of lists. So far I only have 4 types of pages: art videos, art projects / ideas, so like physical things that I'm making, that I'm thinking about making. Anything that I could think of gets shot down in here. Video concepts, specifically like my YouTube video concepts. For others is either gift ideas, commissions, projects that other people had suggested to me that for them. Like if my sister asked me to make something for her, I'll put it in this list. And then the project pages, which I will show you a project page. I'm using the little memo number part to put where my color is. And then I just, these numbers here are just the corresponding Muji color pencil color. Here's my project, one of my project pages. This is a completed project, so I'm okay with sharing this one. This is that first draw with me video that I made. I'm not stressed about how much of a page that I use here, because of the nature of what this book is for. So like I'll keep track of the type of project that it is, if it's like a painting, a video, you know, an illustration, whatever, what have you. The title, and then each part that I need to get done, and then any notes to help me for next time that I do a similar project, or working notes for while I'm working on things. Another one that I can show you, this one's like for stickers. So the stickers that I dropped, my little like Valentine's Day-esque stickers. And so yeah, that's basically all I've been using this for. There's a nice hefty amount of pages, so I definitely will be able to keep this going for a long time. And yeah, so this part's over. So if you were just here to watch that, thanks for watching the video. Now I'm going to get into like my actual journaling. I think I'm gonna be done talking for today. I am on Instagram now. I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Upscroll, the new social media platform that I found out about. Those are my 2 main places, in addition to YouTube and Tumblr, of course. If you want to get my sticker shop will be linked down below as well. I'm gonna do my journaling now.